Bava Metziah Daf, we're going to begin Bava base, the bottom. Tanan. Look at the Mishnah. Aval Amru, but the Chacham said, Misha Param Midera Mabul. He who exacts payment from the people of the generation of the flood. Who also the Param Misha in Amin B'Tiburei. He will exact payment from whoever does not stand by his statement. Now, if you say that when he affects acquisition, this is why it says Aval. If you say the money does not affect acquisition, why does a person who renege after the money subject to the curse? But the Chacham said, as the Marsim Mishum Devarim, to the fact that he reneged on a statement of his committing himself to buy an item. With Devarim Mika Koi Ba'avol, and there's one who reneged his statement of commitment stands subject to the curse, with time they did a brayso. Shimon Amir or Shimon says, Ababish Amlu Talis Kain in dinner Zav, and in dinner Zav Kain Talis. Even though the Chacham said that when one party takes possession of a garment, the other party acquires a gold dinner. When one party takes possession of a gold dinner, the other party does not acquire a garment. In any case, this is what the halacha would be. The Chacham said with regards to one who reneges only on a transaction where one party pulled a gold dinner into his possession, person who, the Hebrew exacted payment to all these people, these nations who also the part of the he will exact payment from whoever does not stand by his statement. One who negotiates. The negotiation culminates with a statement committing himself to acquire the item, while he does not acquire the item without a formal of acquisition. With regards to one who reneges his commitment, and Chum are displeased with her. Rabbi says, with regards to one who reneges on his commitment, we have only the statement the Chacham are displeased with him, not a curse. Now, if there's a statement of commitment, then there's a payment of money accompanying it, is subject to the curse. And if it's just the bunim but not accompanying with money, there's no curse. Rabbi says, a pasuk and a brisa supports the opinion of Rish Lakish that money mois and a kenis v'metaltem natera. The pasuk says v'chishesh b'amisa b'koderi b'tzumasyode b'gozli and oshrikei amisi, and deal falsely with his colleague in a matter of deposit or a pledge, robbery, and oppressed his friend. The pasuk was referring to cases similar to a deposit where there's a denial of an item and not merely a debt. Where the debtor designated a keli collateral for his loan. No, they is the chayif. Where he designated a vessel for him and withheld payment, resulting in this oppression. And when the pasuk repeats three of these cases after stating that each individual admitting a lied is chayav to return an item, but then it shall be, if he has sinned and is guilty, and he shall restore that which he took by robbery, or the thing that he has gotten by oppression, or the deposit that was deposited with him. While the pasuk does not repeat the pledge. My time must be because he's lacking in Mashiach. Say it suffices that the pasuk repeated the case of oppression. The handre kra, what are we doing with here? My stinking told him minimum chazre feeder etzlu. Then with the case where the workers took the item for the payment from the employer, and then deposited the item to the employer, then denying having received the deposit. Denying owning an actual item, not the abstract debt. Depending on a Haini Pikadon, this is the case of Pikadon already mentions. What's the Chiddush? The Gabri Pikadon. There are two types of deposits. If so, that this explanation of the pasuk, let the pasuk repeat the case of a pledge as well. Look, not layman of a husband, and interpreting the case where the lender took the item from him by pulling into his possession and deposited with him the item with the debtor. Where it says, if the pasuk had repeated the case of the pledge, or not be a refutation or a support. Now that the pasuk is not repeated, Messiah is. Furthermore, the pasuk repeat the case of the pledge. This is from where is it derived to apply that which is said. Anything that which is not taken a false oath. Including the case of a pledge and the requirement of return. Where it says, in any event, it did not repeat the case of a pledge explicitly. From here we derive support for the opinion of Shlagish or Brisa, the Tanya. Son of Brisa. The son of the Balan Wall. If one had consecrated money and gave it to the bathhouse attendant, to use the bath, he's chayav for mol. So he pays even before he uses the bathhouse. It's specifically with regard to one giving the consecrated money to a bathhouse attendant, that is chayav immediately, as in that case there is no lack of pulling. But other matters where there is lacking of pulling, there's a lack of pulling. He's not chayav. He's chayav permission only once he pulls. Where it says, Tanya, but it isn't a Bryce and a son of a sapper mall. If one was matish money and gave it to a barber, he's chayav for Ila. The sapper will buy the mishachtis peris. And in the case of a barber, he need to pull the haircut utensils in order for the transaction to be finalized. Which is a which is a labar mashich. He's not subject to pulling. Tanya the market, the son of the sapon, the bal manis. If one had given money, actish money, gave it to a barber, a sailor, to a craftsman, the ma on the mashach. It's chayav from Ila, only what's supposed. When asked Kashina Adadi, two breaths are difficult. Lashmamina comes up with it, comes up is Lashmamina. Chener Nachman, the Ratirma is Kainis, third on the one affects sexual position. Batkile Basista of Ashkaf, they've examined the Bryce and they discovered the son listed in Mal. Here the wholesaler is Mila. Elakasher is Lakish, and Merslad is no Zamani Subshavan. Which teaches with regards to a person who reneges a transaction after the money was paid. It was stated there, we inform one who seeks to renege only the transaction, be aware that this is the banishment of one who does not stand by his statement. We curse him with the statement. Well, that's our bias says. We inform him that it was written in Nasi Ba'am Chalitor, nor curse a ruler amongst your people. Rabbi said we curse him. The is written amongst your people. But the right to want to perform as an action befitting your people. Our Rabbi says, from what do I say this halacha? Or the buyers gave money to purchase salt for him. Ultimately, the price of salt increased. Also, came to him and said, "Go give him the salt." If not, if you say, primarily inform him of the punishment, Rabbi Bar Yosef bar ideal. Is Rabbi Bar Yosef one who must be informed. It says, "Ela my milat latinan." Rather, what occurs with him? Bar Yosef also the kabula laya latus derabanan. Would Rabbi Yosef come to accept upon himself a curse of the Chachamim? And Rabbi Yosef Arav and Diovle. Rabbi Yosef, the down payment of the buyers gave Rabbi Yosef. The money was paid merely to bolster the commitment to complete the transaction. Whosoever Rabbi Yosef held a down payment was negligent cleaning, a fixed acquisition. Or later, Keneged Kolel the and the fixed acquisition of salt commensurate with the entire amount of the transaction. Itmar stated a raven, down payment of fixed acquisition, Rav Keneged Ukena. Rav says a down payment of fixed acquisition merchandise. Yechlan Keneged Kolel Ukena, the fixed acquisition of merchandise, the entire amount of acquisition. So, and they send a raven the Chavede. That's the one who gives a down payment to another. I say to him, if I renege my down payment, it's forfeited. And the other person says, if I renege, I will double your down payment for you. The conditions are in effect. Is Kanye. Sufficient that the down payment affects acquisition of merchandise commensurate with the amount of down payment. What is this when the buyer says to the seller, my down payment will affect acquisition of the merchandise? But if one sold another a house or a field for $1,000, the buyer paid him the Chumash Mezuz, and he returns the rest of it after several years have passed. My must be with Metalton as well. There is still a Carmela Kula, as in the case where the agreement is unspecified, the buyer acquires the entire item. It says late. No. The top so the regard to movable property in the case where the agreement is not specified. Why should that character? And why the movable property is different from land? The kaspe currently mamish. The case of the land, which was with the payment of money would genuinely acquire it, currently the kula. Buyer acquires the entire tract of land with the down payment. Top of the currently case of movable properties with which the payment money acquires it only with the sense that reneges receive the curse, the kabbalah is part of the kula. Where it says,